students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. These are the virtual classes for the subject of industrial safety. The subject of industrial safety is mainly for the students of civil engineering, particularly structural engineering and mechanical engineering. So here we will be discussing all the topics that are related to the subject of industrial safety. So now we will be starting with our session. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. So today our session's topic is fundamental of maintenance engineering. So let's see what we are going to discuss in this session. So basically the contents are definition to the maintenance engineering. Then we are going to discuss the expense involved in the maintenance cost. Then we are going to discuss the requirement of the cleaning. Then we are going to discuss the factors that affect the maintenance cost. And factors that are deciding the replacement instead of maintenance will be discussed in this session. We will be also discussing the average method of the replacement. Then we are also going to discuss the service life of the equipment. So all the things we are going to discuss. Let's start with our first session, that is the maintenance cost. So what is the maintenance cost? Maintenance cost is nothing but the cost that is incurred not for increasing the productivity or the production capacity of the machine and accepted service life of the equipment, but it is mainly used for the maintenance of the equipment in an efficient condition. So basically it is the cost which is used for the maintenance of the parts of the machine, which is not used for the increasing the productivity or some other purpose. It is just only used for the maintenance. So expenses that are involved in this maintenance cost are cost of the dismantling, downtime cost. Let's discuss what is cost of dismantling. Means it is mainly a total amount that has been required for dismantling of the overall parts of the machine. Next was downtime cost. So it is the cost in which, up to time in which it is not being used. Means for example, some breakdown has occurred or some problem has occurred to the machine. Some dysfunctioning of the machine has been taken place. So till what time that dysfunctioning has been taken place, that is nothing but a downtime cost of that machine. Next is cost of finding the faults. Means what are the procedures that is being implemented and the amount that is being used for finding the faults in the machine. And as a result of this, we can get to know what are the faults and how it is being required to be repaired. So decisions can be found on finding the faults. Next is repair and maintenance cost. So what are the cost that is being required for the repair and maintenance of the product? Next is the material cost. Means what are the materials that is being used, how it is being used, and what are the additional materials that will be required, that also will be included in the maintenance cost. Overhead cost of the maintenance department. So what are the overhead costs that will be also included in the maintenance cost? So these are all the expenses that are involved in the maintenance cost of the machine. Moving towards the next, that is the factors that affect the maintenance cost are, first, that is what is the frequency of the inspection for the maintenance, lubrication and repairing. So their frequencies, till what time, till what interval the repair maintenance is being done, at what interval the repair will be done, till what time the maintenance and the lubrication will be done, and at what time the inspection will be done, that involves in effect, and that involves in the cost, and that factor will be also considered in the maintenance cost. Next is standardization of the product. So for making the product standardized, what are the amount that is being used will be affected in the maintenance cost, because that much amount is being required, and as a result we will get a standardized product. Next is what is the excess stock of the replacement parts that are being available. Means a factory or any industry need to have some stock of the repairing parts. So what is the quantity, what is the amount they have, that will be also affected in the maintenance cost. If they are having a lesser replacement parts, then the maintenance cost will be increased. So similarly, and vice versa, the similar relation between the replacement parts and the maintenance cost will be there. Next is insufficient inspection of the maintenance job. So what is the insufficiency, what is the casualty that has been taken by the maintenance department, and as a result of this it will be affected by the maintenance cost. So this is also an important term. Next is design and maintainability of the equipment. So how it is being designed, how it is being maintained are also affecting the maintenance cost. So, and next but last is the skill of the maintenance staff. What is the kind of a staff the factory has? What is its skill? Whether it is a very well skilled or it is having a not much skill that is being required by the machine. So that is also affecting the maintenance cost of the machine. Payment of the overtime, how much overtime payment is being done, that is also affected. Now next topic is factor that decide the replacement instead of the maintenance. So there are some factors that will contribute or that will help us to know that it is better to have a replacement rather than having a maintenance or the repair. So let's see what are those factors. So yes, these are the factors, and the first factor is deteriorated machine. So if a machine at a certain age of time it is not giving the desired output that is being required by the factory, so in that case it is necessary to replace the machine instead of maintaining or repairing the machine, because it will be found that if the machine is being repaired or maintained, then it will not have that much productivity or it will not meet the requirement of the industry, and ultimately we will be concluding that it is better to have a replacement instead of repairing. Next is machine obsolescence. We all know that day to day the technology is being increasing, new equipments are being found, and these new equipments will have a new technology, and that will help us or that will help the industry to gain a better output. A better output will be obtained with less effort, and that output will not be obtained by the present equipments of the factory. So in that case it is necessary to replace the existing machine with the new equipped machine, the new technology wise improvised machine. Next factor is machine inadequacy. So next is machine inadequacy. So at certain age of time it has been found that the machine is inadequate and it is not being reliable, means the machine is not giving the proper output and it is inadequate for the productivity of certain products or the requirement of the factory. So in that case, new technology wise improved machine has been found, and special machines are being found, or they are now in market. Special machines are there which will produce the specified product, and if the factory requirement is of that specified product, then the new machine that produce the specified product will be beneficial to the industry, and in that case the replacement of the existing machine is beneficial rather than the repairing or modification of the existing machine. Next is working condition and the morale. So if the factory has some machine which produce heat, which produce some noise, which produce some fire or sparks into it, and as a result of this there are chances of accidents that can harm the worker that is dealing with that machine. So in that case it is necessary to replace the machine, because it is creating a bad condition for the working of the workers, and at the same time it is reducing the morale of the workers to work, because there are chances of occurrence of the accidents, and as a result of this the morale of the workers to work with that machine will get reduced. So it is necessary to replace that problematic machine and bring the new machine. So these are all the factors that will help us to replace the machine instead of modification or repair. Moving towards the next topic, that is the total average method of replacement. So basically here we are finding the average capital cost per year of a machine. So basically, the replacement cost and the operating cost are being added, and they are being divided by the life of the machine. So as a result of this, we can get the average cost per year of the machine. And let me tell you that this average cost per year of a machine, of a newly brought machine, will be lesser in comparison to the aged machine or the machine which is working since long time. Their average cost of the machine per year will be more. So this is the difference between the two, means the old and the new machine, from the average cost per year point of view. Now let's discuss the factors that are considered in deciding the replacement. So maintenance cost is very much it has a very good impact on the replacement. Next is reliability index. Next is the latest technology, what is being utilized also affects the replacement. So if the machine is found to have a technology that is obsolete, then it is required to be replaced by a new technology equipment. Next is increase in the production. So yes, the production, quantity of the production, the quality of the production do matters, and if the machine does not give the requirement output, then it is necessary that the old machine is required to be replaced. Next is the cost of the new machine. So if the cost of the new machine is beneficial, or we can say that it is affordable by the owner, then it is necessary to replace the old machine. Bathtub curve, it is also very much in good impact on the replacement of the machine. Repair facility, so how much good repair facility the machine have do matters, and if the old machine have lesser repair facility, then it is required to be replaced, and we need to bring a new machine with repairing facility. Quality after repairing, so what is the quality of the product after repairing do matters, and if the old or existing machine has a poor quality after repairing, then it will be not, it is not worthier to use such kind of equipment. It is necessary that that is required to be replaced. Operating cost of the defender, so that is also very much important, because operating cost of defender do matters and help us in replacing the existing equipment. So yes, these were the factors. Now moving towards the next, that is the service life of the equipment. So what is the service life of the equipment? Now we have some machines where the 15% of the depreciation cost is being found if they are working and producing the mass product, and there are some equipment which are producing the unit product, and there the replacement will be 10%. So the depreciation amount will be calculated, and that will be deducted from the capital cost. The cost of the new parts that is being incurred into the machine while repairing will be added to the main cost, and the definition is that the number of years of the life or a machine that is required to recover this capital cost will be termed as the service life of the equipment. So this is the service life of an equipment. Moving towards the next topic, that is the factors that affect the service life of the machine are: first, the proper use and the care of the machine. So the machine should be properly repaired, it should be inspected regularly, the faults or the cracks should be found at the early stage so that the repairing can be done properly, and proper lubrication should be provided, and by this the service life will be increased. So this was the proper use and the care of the machine. I need to add one thing, that the machine should be used in a specified capacity only. It should never be overloaded. That will increase the service life of the machine. Moving towards the next topic, that is the action to minimize the friction. So certain methods or certain action should be incurred in the machine so that the friction will be lesser. For example, the lubrication should be provided regularly. The hardness of the surface of the gears and other or any other mechanical components should be properly increased. A waterproof layer should be provided on the outer surface of the machines or the spare part of the machines, and proper maintenance is required to be done. And as a result of this, we will be getting a lesser friction and a smooth surface will be found, and the easiness of the work will be there, and ultimately we will get an increased service life of the machine. Next term is improved lubrication. We will be discussing the improved lubrication in the next slide. And next term is use of the wear compensating equipment. So yes, let's discuss first the improved lubrication. So in this improved lubrication, the term lubrication is very much important, and there the first thing that is required is regular lubrication should be done. At regular period of time, at regular interval, the lubrication should be provided. Sufficient amount of lubrication should be provided so that it will be properly lubricated, the surface will be smooth, and while the gears are coming in contact with each other, there will be lesser abrasion, and ultimately the service life will be also increased. Next is regular changing of the oil. So lubricating oil that is being incurred, after some time it will lose its property and it will not have a proper effectiveness that is being required by the machine. So it is necessary that certain period of time, based on their experience or based on the terms that is being given by the manufacturer, the oil should be replaced. The things that we all do in our automobiles also and in industries also. And next term is, last term is the proper grade of lubrication. The lubrication should be of a proper grade, a quality graded or quality product of the lubricating oil should be used. And as a result of this, there will be lesser wear and tear, and the functioning of the lubrication will be also proper, and ultimately the service life of the machine will be raised. Next topic is use of the wear compensating units. Means some wear compensating units are being used. As a result of this, the service life will be increased. And the list of those units are push lines, liners, wedges, taper sleeves, and taper key. So these are all the units that will be using in our wear compensating of the units. Factors that affect the service life of the equipment are, first, intensity of the friction. What is the intensity of the friction? Whether it is poor, means whether it is more or less, that affects the service life. If the more is the friction, lesser will be the service life, and vice versa. Next is quality of the material. So if the material is having good quality or it is proper hard material, then it will have an more service life, and vice versa. If the material is having the less hardness, then it will have the lesser service life. Type of lubrication, again the grade of the lubrication came into the picture, and it is very much necessary in service life. Lubricating method. So the lubricating method that is used should be proper and should be the proper that is being needed by the machine. The dirt and the dust present in the atmosphere do affect the service life, so it is necessary that it should be cleaned and it should be lesser in the atmosphere. Surface finish of the wearing surface parts. So surface finish should be smooth and proper, and ultimately the service life will be also increased. High temperature. So the temperature do matters in the service life of the equipment. Next is type of machine. What is the type of machine? What is its work? Do matters in the service life. Type of maintenance that is being used for the machine or the maintenance of the machine. Type of the maintenance that is being used for the maintenance of the machine. So that also matters in finding the service life. If the proper maintenance or the required maintenance is being done, then service life will be also increased. Surface finish of the hardness. Surface finish and smoothness of the parts do matter. If the surface is hard and it is smooth, then it will have a better or more service life in comparison to the poor and the rough surface. So thank you for attending the session. See you in the next session. Hello students, so hereby we are coming to the end of our virtual class session of the subject of industrial safety. We have discussed a lot regarding the topics of the today's session. So if you have any kind of a doubts, if you have any kind of queries, you can send me your doubts and queries via mail. My mail ID will be in my channel. So check into my channel, like it and mail me whatever the doubts you have. And thanks again for attending the session. See you in the next session.